I'm very happy to be here with the founders of Los Amigos Tulum. I will go straight to the questions. I'm a person from Tulum. I love Tulum since, in fact, I came back in 2012 for a raid, a side trans raid, and it was like, it will be the Mayan awakening or something like that. And it was fun because the local people said like, okay, the 2012 will be the shift of era and stuff like that. And then in 2012, Los Amigos get founded. I don't know how it happens. It's very interesting.
Meant to be.
What you did.
The end of the world.
So, how do you guys reflect that in your work? Did you really even believe in that kind of affirmations of Mayans and civilizations?
Yeah, of course. I think I like the phrase in Mexico, they say, todo pasa por algo. That means everything happens on a reason. And as we start 2012, they were the Emmerich movie, 2012, the world ends. But the Mayans knew already that the world is not going to end because the Maya calendar just projects a new cycle. So something new is going to start. Yeah, and it was exactly the year where Los Amigos got started. And the Casa Los Amigos opening, we put actually the same date like the supposedly end of the world. We said it's not the end, a new era is going to begin. And we proved it 100% right. Yeah? It's really started a new area in real estate, sustainable building, and everything we did after.
Did you came here with that in mind? Like, okay, I will go to Tulum because it's related to the Mayan prophecy and something like that?
No, that wasn't the reason why we came. It's just a funny coincidence, right? Oh, you had it in mind.
No, I mean, I think that's one of the things that attracted us here was the culture that's very unique to the Mayan culture. But to be honest, I didn't know that this event was happening in the end of December.
Yeah, really coincidence.
It's coincidence, yeah.
Todo pasa por algo.
Todo pasa por algo.
Interesting. Well, and we know that the past 20 of July, there was the 15th anniversary of the man landing in the moon. And what did, inspired you? And they said like, let's go to the moon. What was the inspiration? Was Tulum related to it?
Maybe we need to translate that first.
Huh?
Maybe we need to translate what he said.
So who is building a hotel in the moon? I thought we were going to build up for this. Yeah, you're right. The Mayans have probably one of the longest history in observing astronomical phenomena. Because if you go to Chichen Itza, you see one of the first, how do you call it? Where you see the stars?
Astronomy.
Pyramids?
Astronomy.
Observatory? No. A planetario.
Yeah.
In English?
Planetarium.
A planetarium, yeah. They have a planetarium they built, I think, 2,000 years ago or something. So they have a knowledge about the stars. And a calendar is nothing else except taking what the stars telling us and put it into paper or stone. Because the calendar is based on all the movements in the universe. So we know, thanks to a calendar, when the sun gonna rise, when winter comes and summer comes, it's all from observation about the universe. And to talk quick about the hotel, yeah, we started in Tulum with the idea to make sustainable development. Because we saw a lot of growing all over the area, and we thought, oh, Tulum is growing with us or without us, but maybe with us in a more sustainable development. Mark is a lead certificate engineer. He did a lot of environment-friendly technology in buildings in America already. My background is in renewable energies in Germany. So we thought, oh, we can really import a lot in this region to make sustainable development. And everyone who comes to Tulum comes actually just for one reason. No one out of necessary, they just come because they want a great experience. And we thought, let's provide them the most sustainable experience we can with all the amazing architecture and stuff we're building here. And the funny thing about the moon is kind of similar to Tulum. Now the world wants to go back to the moon, but the only reason why we need to go there is actually because of the experience. We don't have to go there. People would go to the moon just because it's a great experience, and at the moon it needs to be completely self-sustainable. Because what we discovered in the last years, we don't need to bring much resource. They're actually already there. And as we showed already that we can develop very sustainable great experience in Tulum, we thought, hey, on the moon, it's a nice challenge for the team to get us to the next level to build a self-sustainable experience on the moon. As we know from the astronaut, everyone who went to the moon and saw the Earth from this distance, it's kind of mind or changing the perspective of life. And that's what happens with a lot of people who come to Tulum. Maybe you too, right? You came to Tulum and now you have a different perspective of your life because you're literally so connected to nature here and so connected to people who are really grounded. So what we're doing right now, since we consider ourselves already going in the right direction, every week some hours of our team are dedicated to work on the project for the moon. Because we think in the next 5-6 years, humanity has a possibility to bring stuff to the moon to make it happen. If the infrastructure is there to make it possible, we need to have the project ready. And that's why we're going step by step by step forward to this. And if the rocket, this is the main thing, I mean, we need to explain quick that the main thing is what happens right now in the rocket technology is going to change, because before we had not reusability of rockets. That's the only reason why rocket flying is so expensive. You get in the rocket, you fly to the moon and back, and then you can't throw away the rocket is gone. That makes it so expensive. Imagine you need to throw away the airplane after flying to Mexico City. It wouldn't cost $100, it would cost $100 million. But right now, this has completely changed. And so again, we get a chance to do something. And there's a nice history part. Why got America to the moon? Because America, as John F. Kennedy said, we need to go to the moon now in the next decade and do the other things. They had no clue. So what they did, they took Werner von Braun. Werner von Braun was the most recognized expert in rockets in the world, and he was German. They took him from Germany, and he started the moon-based program. In the Apollo 11, they achieved everything below him. So there was a German involved in the past, and it's funny that maybe a German is involved in the future too. What's your motivation to go to the moon?
Yeah, I mean, the moon project is something I don't really know much about.
It's top secret.
Nico starts talking about it, and then next thing you know, they're presenting renders of the moon project, and now we have a render outside for 2030, I think we said. Nico usually comes up with these ideas, and then I ask like the questions like, how do you get the land? Like, who's going to sell you the land? And I ask kind of the serious questions because I don't really get how it works.
Yeah, and I can answer this. Right now, the Earth belongs to no one. The moon. What you can do if you Google the internet, there's actually some sites who give you the permission to buy moon land, but it's not really registered in the United Nations or something. So it's still, no one can reclaim it. That's why we're working on a moon-based project, because it's not going to be established like forever. Because this is exactly the point. There is not really someone who can claim the land for themselves. Actually, the first moon landing, they thought, should we really put the American flag in, or should we put the United Nations flag in? Then they decided for the American flag, but it doesn't mean that this territory is American. So there is not really, it's a little bit similar with Tulum, because as we got to Tulum, everything is Ejido land, it's like Indian land, so basically it's no one's land, right? Yeah. So the land titles is not clear yet, and we're an expert in that.
But you think that it's going to happen in the future?
It's going to happen if it gets more dense. It's like in everything. Tulum, you see it. It was just jungle. It belongs to no one. With more people coming, they put the public notary in place, and they put land titles on it. So it's all going to come. Here, it's the first important thing is the vision. As we had so much success with our team, because what we figured out here, we have all the success we have in Tulum with the most sustainable project ever, the biggest project ever, we achieved just because of one thing, because we have the most amazing team with us. We thought, wow, what else is possible to make now a compelling vision for the next 10 years? What could we achieve with this team? And we thought, wow, usually there's this phrase, the sky is the limit, and the sky is definitely not the limit. So we thought the limit, there is some people want to go to the moon, to the Mars and beyond. We said, no, let's be a little bit humble and choose the goal to the moon. Because this is a surface we know pretty good. We know that it's just a sixth of the gravity, so it's going to be a great experience to walk on the moon and just make nice jumps, or you have a gym in our amenities where you can maybe push bench press 600 kilos and have a great experience to view the Earth from another planet, or from another moon. So we thought it's perfect because it's a new experience no one's need, but we are sure if we put it on the market, people are going to pay to have this experience on the moon. Imagine you just got married and have your luna de miel or your honeymoon on the real moon. So this is, people get excited about it. And the same with the Tulum, we make people excited to come to our development and have the unique experience. And the same is on the moon. And we're not the company who designed the infrastructure, like I didn't build the plane to come here, and I'm not going to build the rocket to go to the moon. But we know pretty much what's going to happen in the future. And like you see, these developments here, the developments cost between 10 and $20 million we're doing right now, and we don't have the money. We put the vision out there, and people invest because they trust us that we are capable to turn the vision into reality. And if the infrastructure to go to the moon is there, then I'm pretty sure if we have a nice project that people trust us to make even this vision turning into reality. And that's really exciting, and that's why all the team is excited about it, and hopefully think they work in the right company, because we are going to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody that you ask, I think probably they don't believe you and they think you're crazy, but the thing is they think we're crazy, but
There's a plan
the
behind
thing
it.
is everything that we wanted to do up until now, we've done. And most of the time, the things we've done along the way were crazy, but now they're not so crazy.
Right.
And the newest one is the drone, right?
Right.
No one would ever imagine that. I wouldn't imagine that. And now we're purchasing the first drone. So it's like it's another step in between what we've done now into the moon, but it's another step in that direction.
Yeah, what people sometimes, why they think we're crazy, is they don't understand that we're living in times where technology evolves exponentially. Because we are used to think linear. Think things change in a while. But now things not change in a while, they're thinking rapidly. You know? People have even no idea how much technology and opportunities are in their phone. Next thing is actually connecting now our synapse system with the phones, because right now we just limited, we have all this supercomputer in our hand, but we can't control it because with language and with typing, we're not keeping up with the technology. So we need to connect our brains directly to the phones. But it's another topic. Yeah, the moon is actually, we've been there in the 60s. It's amazing, right? There were no iPhones. The computer who made the moon landing possible was the capacity of a C61, like this old computer we had all in our childhoods, and nothing compared to the iPhone. So we've been in the 60s to go in 2025, 22, they're going to start already circling the moon. And 25, I think there's the first moon landing planned, and yeah. If these companies like SpaceX get asked, and what are you going to do to the moon? Elon Musk said it always. They said, I'm pretty sure that creative entrepreneurs are going to have nice concepts who are going to make excitement in the world to go to the moon again. Because in the 60s, we all have this image in our mind, like Armstrong and Buzz were jumping on the moon, and now you can go to the moon too. And the ticket is just $100,000. No, right now the tickets are $1 million. Now they're expensive. But in the future, it's going to be so affordable, people have no idea. It's like in the next 5 years, plane traffic doubles. The people have no idea. They say, oh, a lot of people flying. And like I said, the revolution in rocket science is the reusability. That is really the breakthrough, which happens now with all the companies. NASA did it, SpaceX did it, Blue Origin did it. So then you, as an entrepreneur, you can say, wow, if this technology is possible, what can I build on this technology? So people think we're crazy. They need to understand we're not building the rocket. That is really the big billion-dollar business. We're just making the project.
When do you think like mainstream moon traveling could happen? Like, is it something like in 20 years, 50 years?
Yeah, in 20 years probably it's already late. Yeah.
Like where, like you, let's say $1,000, you can go to the moon.
$1,000
and stay there for a couple. I don't know. Like you can spend $10,000 for vacation.
It's all about, look, what cost you have. Right now, you need to design a reusable rocket, but it's mainly computer managed. But the cost of fuel is actually not much. People think the most expensive thing in a rocket is the fuel. No, it's actually the rocket because it gets destroyed. So you have just the fuel cost at the end and you divide it by the passengers. That's it. And to the moon, we have just a problem here. The gravity is so strong in our world. So to lift up, we need a lot of power to lift up. But to lift from the moon is actually 6 times easier. And the trip is nice. It's just 3 days. It's 350,000 kilometers. We could get actually faster than in 3 days, but then we can't brake. It's like a train. So we go with low speed. People have a great experience for 3 days, because 3 days, 3 days completely, like a cruise. 3 days is completely without gravity. So this, you're floating without gravity. So you have a zero gravity experience for 3 days. Then you land on the moon. Then you have maybe 2-3 days in our project, Los Amigos Moon. You enjoy all this experience and maybe make a little moonwalk. You enjoy this sunset from a completely different world. And after 2-3 days, you go back in the rocket and have a nice 3 days zero gravity flight back to Earth. And then you're the king on Instagram. With a selfie on the moon, I think people are are willing to pay more right now already than it actually going to cost. Yeah.
I have another question regarding that, because we talked about a lot of things in the past blog. But let me go to two things. The first is that, first, we have the rockets maybe in the next years, but what about the cabins and where people get inhabited and stuff? At the end of the day, you have to develop places that are sustainable for life also.
Yeah.
So it will be really interesting. The first one is about one amenity that you have in one of your future projects. It's the floating room. Many people don't know about it. Regarding that, the floating room, then you get there and then you float in water with salts, right? And then you hallucinate. What happens with your mind? Or what happens in the floating room? Why do you want to put a floating room?
Yeah, you get completely crazy. No, it's floating room is something we should make another podcast for. But quick, it's something completely new. It's a new kind of experience. We just did it the first time in Los Angeles. They have these floating pods where you get in. It's like I said, everything is very salted water. So it's like in a Dead Sea. It floats above the surface, and you feel weightless. And so then with a nice music, very warm water, you're by yourself. It gives you like a really deep, relaxing feeling. It's like you fall into a meditative state. The feeling is maybe, we can't remember, maybe it's you'll be back in your belly of your mother. Because you're just surrounded by a little bit of music and you float there. No, it's really deeply relaxing. After 1 hour, you come out like a dream for hours. No, it's really a nice experience where we thought it fits in perfectly to Tulum, because people come and look for the connection with themselves and a lot of yoga, meditation, alternative stuff. And so how we have this new development, Highlight and Serenity, and we have this space where we thought we don't need to put another gym in. How about the floating room experience? And we know already from all the people, and now by ourselves too, who did it, they really love the experience. And that's what we're mainly creating here. With all our developments, we try to create very unique, very sensitive experience. And yeah, talking now about the moon, it's really feels like zero gravity to me.
All right.
You need to do it still, Mark. Yeah. The next time in Los Angeles.
The other day I was talking with some guy from a big art store here in Tulum, and he said, Los Amigos, yeah, they are like the Elon Musks of Tulum, you know, but he doesn't know you guys, he doesn't know anything about you as persons, but he knows that Los Amigos are the Elon Musk of Tulum. What did you guys, how did you feel about this, that the people of this small town in southern Mexico looks at you as you know, like celebrities?
Yeah, I don't feel like we're celebrities. I feel like our projects are really the celebrities. Like we built it with Panoramic, the first 360 rooftop infinity pool. I think it's amazing. I think really it's amazing. And we just talked with people from the municipal, and they don't even know what they have in their city. So we need to push a little bit more on the marketing and communication, that the world really knows what in Mexico, in Tulum, in the jungle, the team accomplished, right? That's one thing. And yeah, maybe they make the combination. First, we love Elon Musk, everything he does. He brings a lot of platform for the future. Like he is working actually on the space rockets who bring cargo to the moon, to the Mars, to intergalactic transport. So if you have entrepreneurs like this who literally change the opportunities of the world, then you can build on that and say, if Elon Musk builds a rocket transfer to other planets, let's think what to do on other planets. So we can jump on that and create new opportunities. Like we created the airplanes routes around the world. So I can, as a German, work now in Mexico and Colombia. We can fly around because we have this airfare network, and for really cheap money, we can just hop around the world. We didn't invent it, we're entrepreneurs. Huh? With Tesla, for example, we have Tesla, which is a company Elon Musk founded, and we feel pretty much connected because the values of the companies are pretty much the same. What Tesla, for example, wants to do is wants to make the world more sustainable with better cars, with cars who work 100% electric, doesn't contaminate anything, and they're more sustainable. And we do kind of the same trip, we don't build cars, we build buildings. Because this is the two things people really spend money for. They live in buildings and they drive cars. So Elon Musk is taking care of cars, we're taking care of the buildings. And I think it works really good together.
Yeah, I think since we've known each other, we've always been big fans of Apple stuff, and Tesla's kind of naturally been big fans of ours. And so I think we naturally kind of go with that thought process of, like, we want the most innovative stuff, we want to be like first, we want to be like, and of course sustainability goes with it. and I think that's just kind of like in our mindset because we're also such big fans of these other companies, and so I think it is. We have had people come to us. I mean, we've had buyers from workers in Tesla buy with us, and we've had workers
feel the connection,
Airbnb buy with us, and Apple, and they also describe us that way, and they kind of feel it too without us even saying it. So
it's a value.
I think it's just natural for us. I think it's just we follow these guys. I think we love their products, and they were always in the first craziness of their market. Like when they invented this stuff, they were always crazy, and now they're mainstream. And so I think we have the same type of feeling in our mind, and so I think that's naturally where you get the connection.
I have just one last question.
Oh.
About the drone.
Yeah, first of all, I got to say, because you said Los Amigos does such a great stuff, we are really grateful because everything we do is really just possible in Mexico. That is really important to think, because sometimes people think, foreigners come, everything we do wouldn't be possible in the US by yourself or something, or I couldn't do anything we do here in Europe or in Germany neither. It's really the combination of great ideas and a country like Mexico where you can make it happen. So that's really one thing. And same with the drone. It's an exciting technology we implement now in Mexico, and we're really proud that it's possible here, right? So everyone we talk from the government is really excited about it. In America, it would be probably more difficult, right? And in Germany, forget about it. But here we feel like this is really the new country of the endless opportunities, which was America maybe in the 60s or something. I feel it really in Mexico. So that's the main motivation actually. They feel, wow, in this country you can really realize your dreams and making things happen. So yeah, the drone is maybe another podcast, but it's gonna come. Yeah.
The last podcast.
Huh?
That's the last podcast. Also.
Last podcast we had actually. Yeah, in the last podcast we talked about. Don't go in the picture.
I want to give a shout out to Charlie because Charlie here with us today. He's our web designer, and we have a very beautiful website. And on that website, you can see also more about maybe the moon. I think we have a render, some stuff about the moon, and some other things that we're working on, the drone, and some other cool projects. But just want to say that thanks to Charlie for helping us out with that website.
Whatever you see on the website, it's Charlie, right? So whatever arrow you see, it's Charlie too. Yeah. But the website looks pretty cool, yeah.
Nice guys.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
It was a pleasure to have you today, guys, and let's hope for the next podcast with Los Amigos Tulum, and stay in touch, guys.
Thank you.